Well, Ruby, what is you doing?
Hey, wait, sorry, what are we supposed sorry.
You
What are
know
we all
what?
supposed to
Fuck
be
it. This
doing?
is all gonna be part of it because what we want everybody to motherfucking do is smoke weed and watch Motherhood Sex
Sex
Marijuana.
marijuana. Because
Yes.
we
Uh,
always in the building.
We always in the motherfucking building. Season 7, legendary trends. We gonna be coming with some new shit and be in the building for all of it every Sunday on time. Cool.
I know I'm coming. They know I'm coming. I know they gonna be there. And they know I'm gonna do the best job I can possibly. 60.
Marijuana. Because
Yes.
we always in the building.
We
Indeed, it is. Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the building. We were supposed to have a guest, but shit. When monkey don't stop no motherfucking show, you know how that shit go. You know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers don't show up, we make it a thing. So now what we gonna do? We gonna call this Ruby and Kai's mid mid-season review because this is episode 12. Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the building. Kai Storm in the building, and of course Ruby will be along because Ruby will be along. Anyway, I am here to entertain thee until such time she show up and we can get it started on things. But Lego the video. Yes, Lego the video. Wagwan. Wagwan. Kai Storm in the building. Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the building. Here to entertain you until it's this way, right? Yeah, until Miss Ruby show up. Yes, episode 12. This will be mid season 7 legendary content review where we talk about, the content where we've dropped so far. And we talk about what things that we might be coming up with. We're definitely working on honoring the name of this season, legendary content. Yes, 19 episodes already booked. This is the 12th episode that's going to be recorded, and you know what I mean. So we got about 6 episodes that's up in the air, but again, I and Ruby, we working on things. We working on a couple of things. We definitely making sure that this stands up to the name of legendary, because we have legendary dreams, legendary accomplishments, legendary moves to make in these streets. You feel me? So you know, so while these legendary while these legendary plans are going on, we have a twinkle of time, twinkle of from the kingdom of Jada. Anyway, we got a bit of time where we can sit down and chit chat and discuss what's been going on in the episodes. Now, of course, like and subscribe. Support by buying merch by our Spreadshirt site. Um, I have to take our T-shirts off our website because we currently are going to be donating our some T-shirts and some rolling papers to an event coming up, and basically that's once we make those donations, we won't have any T-shirts that we'll be selling on our own. But of course, if you want Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana T-shirts, you can always go to our Spreadshirt site. The best way to our Spreadshirt site is through our motherhoodsexmarijuana.com site. Mm-hmm. Now you go to our motherhoodsexmarijuana.com website. You'll hit the button that says Spreadshirt. You'll hit the next button that says Shop Now, and then next to you are on the Spreadshirt site and you can shop when you want. You know what I mean? Now, of course, I try to keep up with this with the sales when they throw on the sales. We don't personally control the sales. When they do put them on the sales, I definitely try to, keep up with the notifications so I can let y'all know. But at the end of the day, whether you support when it's a sale or not, support is support, right or wrong. Yes, let me take two of that is split for me with Ruby. But yes, I mean, the name of the game is support our podcast by buying our rolling papers right here. You're supporting our podcast. You know what I mean? We currently are paying for these now. You know what I'm saying? At first, we were getting a sponsorship through snail papers, but now our sponsorship has has run its course, and now we're paying for these. So definitely supporting our rolling papers is helping us to continue to be in business and whatnot, and bring you the legendary content that we work for. Because of course we don't charge our guests. That's why sometimes we definitely while we appreciate people wanting to be on the show, well, when it's time to be reached out and to follow up, sometimes things fall through the cracks. Hence why we're having this episode now, because the guest that we were scheduled to interview today didn't respond to follow-up emails. Therefore it's like, okay, well, the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? No one person ain't gonna stop the show. It ain't gonna stop the show. So you know what I mean? But yes, but going forward, yes, within the 19 episodes that we have booked, and this being the 12th episode, the first 11 episodes definitely brought a new wave of legendary content. If you're subscribed to our channel already, hint hint, if you're subscribed to our channel already, then you already know that we on by this time we have dropped, well, by the time you see this video, you'll see that we have dropped several episodes already by the time you see this video, and see how our content has developed, how and the type of people we've been talking to and the questions we've been asking. Because shit, Ruby, you know how Ruby get down. Let's just be honest. You already know how Ruby get down. You know what I mean? Never mind the fact that the type of people that we've brought on the show definitely have brought new insights, new ways of thinking, and it also continues the conversation that we definitely feel needs to happen. Because in this day and age of technology, I mean, yeah, I do it too. I'm not even talking about other people. I do it too. I absolutely will send a text quicker than giving a phone call. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you have people that will remind you, like, hey, like the other day, I had a conversation with my father where I had to, like, where he basically was like, that's all people want to do is text. That's all. Oh, there she is. That's all people want to do is text message. And it's like, no, we got to go back to real conversations. Like, we said in our last episode before this one, we have to, well, the episode that dropped on our YouTube, we have to, we have to have real conversations, and that's what we continue to have. So let me let Ruby in so we can get the conversation going. Yes.
What's up? What's up, Queen? What's up?
Yeah, Queen. Yes, how you doing? Yes, shit. Of course, I think everything happens for a reason, and the bottom line is this. Because our guest decided. I don't know if she decided or maybe she forgot. Who knows what's going on with her? Hopefully, it's all is well. But, the fact that, she wasn't available for this still gives us a chance to, sit down, chillax, have a conversation. I mean, shit, our viewers want to see us chat any fucking way. They love looking at us, as you should, as you should. But what I'm saying is that, as we, I decided, this episode, being that this would be the 12th episode in our season 7, we could have this like, mid-season review. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about, all the things that we've talked about so far, all the people we've talked to, what I'm saying, what they brought to the table and shit, and even talk about our business, because our business, shit, it seems to get on the table any motherfucking way. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm so grateful. I'm really excited for the changes, and also like the network is growing so much. Knock on wood, we haven't had any real negative or outlandish, or like big ass, conflicts. And I think although we've had plenty of challenges, it's just I'm having so much fun, and I think we're learning a lot, especially from our guests. Yes, our fire. This is probably the first time that I've had like a guest on here or guest scheduled that I had, let's just say, a personal relationship with. So that was interesting. That's never really happened before here. But it just, you know what? Also, it's like I really take our project seriously. I don't look at it like it's little. It's actually big. It's huge. It's huge because it has like profound benefits. Lots of like healings going on here. Lots of laughter's going on. Lots of weed is being had over here. So, I mean, come on now. And then shout out to CWCB, in which we could be press out there. I love that.
I love that too. You know what I mean? Because girl, because that'll have us be able to literally walk around, you know what I'm saying, and interview people. But of course, because it's on a weekday, we definitely, because they're doing this Wednesday, Thursday thing. So, because I now have, a little plantation that I'm attached to, we definitely got to coordinate on what day, we gonna go, or is it, or is like you, or you know what I mean? However we coordinate it where we both go, and you know what I'm saying? Because we got, at least I think I got the press pass for both days, because I remember requesting both days just in case. And so that definitely is going to be good. Plus, we get the perks of, what I'm saying, grabbing all the goodies, because they damn sure be having some good goodies. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's our way in to the expo in the first place, because we're recognized by the expo, but we you know what I'm saying, like our platform is big, but it's not big enough to put money into the expo that way. And I feel like the expo is definitely, like, whoever runs the expo, I feel like they are definitely conscious about getting all the monies together, which makes sense based on the venue and, all that they, decide to offer, you know what I mean? But at the same time, small businesses like us should definitely not be paying to go up in there. Fuck that.
Yeah, and I think it's important too that we take advantage of every opportunity we can, because we were doing that anyway. We were definitely not stationary at the conference. We don't plan on being stationary at all. And we were actually doing a lot of free press anyway, meaning like our time.
We damn sure did, because because while we were connecting with people for our business sake, but also we were, putting, people on to shit that they didn't even know, was existing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the magic of these things. I think in some ways, like, even if you don't like sell anything per se, I think these are chances to really expand your business by like leaps and bounds. And it's something that one of my mentors taught me like a long time ago. And I've always believed in conferences, and I can't wait until we can have our own conference. Honestly, it's not very far-fetched. Shout out to Kai Storm and her book, That One Voice. If you have not copped it, get yourself a copy. It's available on Amazon. It's a yes, it's a realistic approach to a lot of things that people aren't even really honest about. And I do recommend that you read it. I do recommend that you support queens, especially like Black businesses. I think it's a big deal to start a business. I don't think it's small to be because there's so much that goes into it that it's not for the faint of heart. So you can never say that shit's small, because there's some things that people will never understand unless they do that for themselves. And so shout out to everybody that we've worked with. I even want to shout out Fuego Magazine. I know Diana's doing her thing, but we wish her all the best. We're all about positivity, and we'll always love our community and who fucks with us and everything like that.
You know what? I'm glad you brought her up, because real talk, I mean, although you know what I'm saying, me and you have shared our thoughts on that whole situation, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, because we developed you know what I'm saying, we as far as our entity and her entity, we developed a connection big enough and grown enough where, you know, if there was an issue, or is there something that you feel you need to say, you know what I'm saying, you could come to us. Like, we never have given her the impression that we are unreachable, or we can't have a conversation, or that we are above her in any kind of fucking way. Like, the conversation was always open, and it went both ways. But at the same time, we read signals. You know what I'm saying? We read signals. And one thing, you know, Ruby and I are about is not about chasing nobody that don't want to be chased. Like, nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish, like, I'm glad, and like I see you still moving and trying to do your thing, and I hope you definitely are successful. But yeah, if we should ever connect, like, you need to like ain't nobody gonna sugarcoat nothing with you. It's gonna be, we gonna have to start from the point of we talking real to each other, because nothing about our connection towards her should have made her feel like we can be talked to. Like, we definitely have had open conversation, and still have open lanes for conversation. But don't come to the table with bullshit, because bullshit gonna get shut the fuck down so fucking quick.
We don't have time for that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ruby might say it a little nicer than I will. But that's just the Brooklyn in me. That's just the Brooklyn, the Panamanian, the Black woman that never gave up. What happened? No. My whole motto is never, I don't want you to sugarcoat shit with me, and I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit with you. You know what I'm saying? But Ruby might say it nicer, but at the same time, I feel like we're both saying the same thing. Like we still love you. We hope everything you doing is successful, but don't come around here with the fake shit. Don't come around here with fake shit. Don't come around here with fake conversation, because it's gonna get shut down immediately.
Well, I mean, and you know what I realized too within myself is that business doesn't have to be emotional. Because I feel like,
no,
right. It has to be, but it does have to be like clear cut. Like, there has to be some clear cut things. And that's why I respect.
Exactly. It has to be clear cut, especially if that person has always came to you with honesty and realness. Like there was never, like, we've never approached shit with fake shit. It's always been like if we don't got it, we don't got it. If we got it, we got it. You know what I'm saying? It's never been nothing above. And again, the whole situation. Like I said, once that shit happened, your approach behind that was to drop it and leave it alone. And because we felt how we felt, it just broke off as how it broke off. But it's not even, but at this point it's really not even about emotion. It's about, it's just about being fair. Like we've always been fair. There's always been a fairness level. So when shit get unfair, we're supposed to act like it never happened. Nah, I don't live like that. In order for it to get back fair, we got to come real. And that's all I feel. In order to fix that situation would be you got to come, and you got to come real, because what we gonna do is come real to you. We damn sure gonna come real to you. You know what I'm saying? And based on situations, fuck around. We, you know what I'm saying? If we ever did business with you in the future, it would be on some lightweight business, because a trust would have to be developed. Like trust was broken. So again, ain't nobody ignoring none of that. So
I mean, and so even with like relationships, as when the personal relationships, agape relationships, whatever, it's like once I feel like, I think it was Kevin Gates, he said, once somebody shows you who they are, believe them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, you just gotta believe and that was hard for me as a person who just sometimes looks at things in rainbows, actually just straight Delulu shit, because I try so hard to just see the positive, but sometimes it's like, hold on, see it first. You gotta see it first, then you gotta weed out what's the positive and the negative. But if you can't see it, then you're just like spinning circles, and I'm not trying to do that anymore. And so right. And so I do appreciate your influence in that way, because that's truly what I want to be able to do and how I want to be able to maneuver in life. So, and also it's like, we need to hold each other accountable. Like, I know that if I did some shit, I would be the first to be like, yo, mom, what's going on? Because that's love. That's not,
and that's what I would expect from you. Like, that's what I would expect from you. Like, literally, I would expect that if I'm fucking up, tell me I'm fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you fucking up, I'm gonna tell you fucking up.
Real
You know what I'm saying?
That's love,
Especially if it's not to chastise you or to embarrass you. It's about for us to be better amongst ourselves. Like this is not me. You know what I mean? Like if I got beef with you, I'm not going to hit social media and talk about my beef with you. I'm talking directly. I got your motherfucking number. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't going to be in the street, and the fact is, it's like, you know what I'm saying? And the fact is that another thing too is like, no answer is an answer. Like when you approach somebody and you let them know that, I feel that I was wronged by you, and this is how I think, would be a good way to fix it, and you just don't respond. That's a response. That's a fucking response. That's you telling me that's you telling me, fuck you, fuck your feelings, fuck however the fuck you feel. I'm gonna do what I want and I'm gonna move on. And again, once I get that vibe, shit, and that's another thing too. We talked about this on the podcast. It's you know what I mean? Going with your gut feeling is important, because your guts is not gonna lie to you. Your guts is telling you exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Your gut is helping you put the 2 and 2 to make 4. So on top of my gut feeling, on top of me reaching out and saying, this is how I feel and this is how we could fix it, and then nothing happens. And so I'm like, okay, so that's an answer. And then on top of my gut telling me that you already know that you wasn't gonna get no answer. It's like, oh, okay, well, shit, no problem. I know what it is.
Right.
I know what it is, and we can move on and be good on each other or on separate sides and move on like nothing.
Right.
But again, if you ever roll this way, you damn sure got, man, listen. You better come correct, because nobody gonna listen to you. I don't want to listen to you if you don't got nothing that I want to hear, you know. And that's with anybody. That's with anybody when it comes to, you know what I mean? Like in our the episode that dropped today with Normal Convos podcast. Shout out to them. I mean,
Shout
we
out.
talked about, saying they, you know what I mean, they actually mentioned, you know, their story when they talked about, you know, how they started the podcast, and it was like it was different people, but then it got weeded down to, you know, the people that's involved in the podcast now, that right there is just a perfect example of how, you know what I'm saying, because whoever stayed in the story, whoever, you know, kept the story going, is the ones that believed in the product, believed in the movement. You know what I'm saying? And me and you definitely believed in her movement and still do. But at the same time, there was some shady ass shit going on, and we was involved, and then there was really no explanation for the shady shit, and then to at least sever it, or at least cover for the fuck shit and being involved in the fuck shit. You could have fixed it like this, and you
You
didn't.
know, and I like that you were mentioning this as well. So long story short, I got invited to do a show, which I was really excited about. And let's just say that it just so happened that I couldn't because all three kids got sick at once. It
Oh
was
shit!
yeah, you know, just like one of those freak things where they all had like the sickness, and it was just like shit, you know? And so I was like, yeah, I wouldn't feel right going to perform right now if my kids are sick. But
Wow.
there were like other things that rose up from that, like inside. Like I think some of my resentment was coming out, like on some real shit. What else was coming out that I didn't notice? It was like I started like complaining about certain things in my head, and then I had to dial back and I had to be like, you know what? You need to organize the shows the way that you want to. And that way you can only blame yourself, which is what I really want to do. And I have the ability right now where I moved to, there's like venues all over, and I can, and literally within walking distance of my house. So if I
Nice.
target those areas, you know, then I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like me having to find a sitter or anything like that isn't as bad and shit like that, you know, and then I don't have to compromise. And so it was like really important for me to feel all that because I've always been a person that puts my needs. I just try to be like, okay, I'll, you know, it's okay. I got next round or something like that, you know. But it's like there's nothing wrong with wanting to pursue your dreams, and as long as you can
Word.
make it happen, you go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? And so I feel really happy where it's like I took this negative thought because I started complaining about the shit that was just going on. And it was like, you know what, rather than complain about it, find a solution for it. And anywho, it just brought so much inspiration. Inspiration where it's like, okay, not only do I want to do that here, but then when I go to New York, I want to do that there, and then Cali
Right.
there, you know, and it was just this like window of opportunity. And I feel like if you're a mom out there and you're, or a parent, excuse me, or anybody that's taking care of somebody and you feel like you need to put your stuff on the back burner, don't put it on the back burner, but just do take care of like what's most important, because obviously I want to make sure my kids are straight. It's not like I want to be like fuck
Of
them,
course.
you know what I mean? So as long as like the things that are important to you are not sacrifice or any way, then just do it. It's very
Word.
possible. And I just
Oh
love
hell
that
yeah!
we're
It's
free.
all about finding a way. It's all about finding a way. I mean, at the end of the day, if you really want it, you'll find a fucking way. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and like you said, it would, you know, in a situation where all your kids are sick, and you know, definitely that's a worse situation because first of all, it's if they could pass whatever the fuck they got onto you, and then you could go outside and pass it on to other motherfuckers, and then wait, no, we gotta stop that somewhere. So you know what I mean? So so in that situation, it's definitely something way outside of your control. But in a situation where you like you said, that you had time to figure out a babysitter or figure out what when and how much time you could dedicate to a show, and then you just decide to be lazy and let the cosmos figure it out. No, that's definitely not not what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? No, if you really want it, you'll fucking find a way. I mean, just like this. I mean, shit, now that, I mean, thank God for, technology and shit like that. But, now that we now live in different states, you know what I mean? We definitely, and different time zones, you know what I'm saying? We got to figure out, when we can get together to record this and be available for this and things of that nature. And that also puts us on a structure for when we do get big, because when we get big, we gonna have to be on a structure, and motherfuckers can't just run up on us and ask us questions and be trying to be like, oh, can we just slide by people? No, we have a schedule. You got to get yourself on the schedule. We're not cutting other people off just so to get you on the schedule. Why? Are you paying us? No? Then you got to work with what the fuck we working with. Cause nah, you know what I mean. And I definitely want to say that because I don't know if you notice, but because it's really for me to notice most times. But we got an invite like to just like pop up and interview somebody, because apparently somebody's coming to New York, and it's like, oh, we just wanted to know if you could just pop in and interview them. And I was just like, nah, like that's not that's not how that shit go. Never mind, we got a schedule. Never mind, whenever this person pops up, I'm supposed to just be up. No, that's not how that shit go. We got shit to do, and you got to get on a schedule. We're important enough that you would have to get on our schedule. I'm so sorry. What?
Hey, balance, order, organization. No, you're right.
It's about organization, because again, that puts us in the automatically mental status. Because best believe when it comes to content, that's how we're gonna do it when things grow. That's exactly, it's gonna be all on a schedule. Like it's not gonna just be like you run up unless you big time, you can't shit,
It's really been a real pleasure linking with other podcasts too, like the network at Knowledge and Relationships, Intellectual Soapbox, and everybody. Even the Glue Tray. I know that you networked with him as well. I still have yet to talk to him, and I would love a chance to do so. But it's just like these. And then High and Happy's network, and it's just so beautiful. We're doing like what I've been like thinking in my head like a couple of years ago, and I'm sure you too. Like we just have.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, the connection is not only are we sharing people's networks, but at the same time, I have to commend you for that shit, because first of all, that night when I decided to jump on their live while you were on there with all it was just like, I don't know, like four guys, and it was just like they kept changing who it was, right? And I'm in the comments making comments and shit, and then it was just like time flew by, and then I looked, and it was like almost 2 hours, and I was just like, wait, Ruby really staying on this live with them for 2 fucking hours? Yo, I gotta give it to Ruby. The kids must be asleep. They must be knocked out or busy or something, because she on this live with these niggas for it's almost 2 hours. Like literally, when I clicked off, because literally when I went before I went on, I was smoking and just being in the comments, and then I decided to go take a shower. I left the phone on with y'all talking, and then I came back. And right before I went to bed, I'm smoking again, so I'm watching. And then literally, I looked and said, "Wait, 2 hours have passed, bitch? Nah, wait a minute, bitch, nah." And I'm like, and I still saw your icon, Ruby's phone. I said, no. I said, you know what? Let Ruby handle this. Let me go ahead and just jump right the hell off and let Ruby handle this. And the next day, I went to look to see how long that live was. Yo, it was like 3 hours and change.
Real talk.
I was like, Ru is the goat for that. Ru is straight up the goat for that. Cause me, I would have shit after an hour. I would have been like, hey, who paying me to be on it? No, because somebody needs to drop something in the Cash App because I'm talking and it's past an hour. And usually if I'm talking, it's like I'm working. And if I'm working, I want to be paid. And if I want to be paid, I want to be paid right away. I want to discuss fees and fill out W-2s and W-4s. What's good? I want to get paid. I'm looking for a paycheck. I'm looking for a Zelle, a Cash App, or something. Y'all gonna mail me out money order. I can take money orders too, you know. I like money orders. I ain't not old enough that I can't take a money order, man. Let me tell you some things. Send me a money order. I like money orders. I like money in the small public. You know what I mean? That's good. But I have to commend it to you. And it's not like, and then his schedule is like he goes live. Like I've seen getting notifications about his lives like 2-3 times a day. And I'm just like, wait a minute, how many fucking times he goes live? And I'm not saying that you go on every one of his lives, but I've seen you on a couple. So I just was like, girl, you to go for that. You to go for that. You to go for that.
Okay. Man. So shout out to my sister because she be watching the kids for me, and sometimes she be jumping on, right? But I just I like the human interaction. I have been trolled a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? Someone came on and they just were judging me, and then when I got his accent, I was like, oh, okay, there's a certain depth that you're not gonna understand when I'm spitting these words. So don't worry, Rude. You don't gotta argue with motherfuckers. So it's really good. I guess just the human experience. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always, and you've heard me. I'm like, hey, motherhood's like marijuana.
I mean, the fact is their conversations,
yeah,
they definitely have manly, intelligent, deep thought type of conversations. Right. They're not sitting there, you can tell they're not sitting there, just grabbing their dicks and just pulling, conversation out the air. They're talking real shit. So you know what I mean? And then of course, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we get judged regardless. You know what I mean? Just because we pot smokers, just because we women, and then at the same time, you're single. Liberated. You know what I'm saying? You're sexually liberated. That automatically is going to have motherfuckers in their business. I mean, not in their business, but in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely men and women sitting around and talking shit, but at the same time, my thing is this: you sitting around judging and shit, but you the same one that will go to a strip club and put a $10 bill all up in a girl's pussy and be talk, but want to talk to me about how many I've been and who been what. Why you need to know who I've been with? Why you worried about the fact that I might like this and that at the same time? Like, what's your problem? Am I fucking in your house? No, am I eating your food as I am fucking these people in your house in front of you, in front of your kids? Mad. And you mad.
You know what? There's
you mad. Because that's basically what I'm assuming be coming at you, on his show, because of course, you know what I'm saying, like, his shit is live, so whoever, and 9 times out of 10, just like I'll be saying on my channel, 9 times out of 10, the motherfucker comment and don't even got a profile picture. Wait a minute. You don't even have a profile picture, but you have so much to say. I don't like that.
It's there's a lot of benefit to it, and also there has been some challenges. Like, for instance, with us,
of course,
it's
you're
like,
promoting out and you're promoting
well,
yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely
and
out there, and talking and just, being free as yourself. But at the same
well,
time, it's like you now gotta develop thick skin for bitches like that want to just come on there and just say something.
exactly. And but check this, because it's like we're such big on women empowerment, right? And it's cool. Like, I'm not saying anything. There's a lot of beautiful women within the network, very beautiful inside and out, everybody, right? But I have felt resistance in a sense from that sense. Not everybody thinks that, not everybody is open to my opinions or my perspective. I noticed that. As open as I am to theirs, they're not open to mine. So
Of
it was a
course,
different
it's
feeling,
judgment.
right? Yeah,
Of
right.
course, judgment.
Exactly. So it was like, okay, if I'm gonna be really about this podcasting life, right, and trying to network and whatnot, and I'm about my business, then this is where it's at too. Physical, and plus this shit is gonna be available. And if someone were to say some like wild ass shit, right? Well, not only is the moderator going to have you exit because it's a safe space, at least, and another thing is the whole world is seeing this person out, like, lash out. So I don't have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like I feel so good being like, it's like addicting being alone right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, I love the fact of, like, I don't need a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, to make me feel cute or
Never mind,
nothing like
you ain't
that.
gotta listen to a motherfucker. You ain't gotta ask no questions. Like when it's time to make a decision, all you gotta do, you ain't gotta do all in favor. Ain't no all in favor. It's listen. I want this to happen today, and this is what's going to happen tomorrow, and it is what it is. There's nobody here to discuss it with, and all the people that are here listening to me, they come from my womb, so therefore they have no choice but to follow the goddamn leader. Let's go.
Make,
Let's
but you know
go.
what? And it's just like, man, I bought myself a toy, a pleasure wand, so I've been fucking the shit out of that. And I really want us to carry our own, like, toys. Not like we want to sell every sex toys, but we should have some motherhood sex marijuana endorsed pleasure products. Not everybody wants to have sex. I think this particular product, because it's made out of a black crystal, it has a lot of healing
Okay.
properties. And I want to do, I think it was Amethyst. She had said something like, you should review, like, if I were to do a channel, like, you know how you review your things, right? I should review sex toys. So I think I want to
Oh yeah,
incorporate.
yeah.
Yes. Because
Yeah. I mean, the
what I
fact
like
is,
about it.
we still have, I mean, I'm assuming I haven't actually gone on there to check, but we still have our Patreon channel. I mean, eventually, I mean, we could definitely,
There you go.
use reviews of that to put it on that side. You know what I mean? Therefore, people would have a subscription to that, and therefore pay us for that. That would be cool too, because oh hell yeah, that definitely, and hopefully that'll be our way to get some sponsorships from said sex toy companies. You know what I mean? Because there's gotta be there's gotta be a sex toy company out there that at least wouldn't mind or wouldn't would love to,
Partner.
combine with a marijuana type of company or a type of product in order to produce their product, to introduce their products to people. Because shit, if especially if it's natural based, or if it's there's some level of hemp or something, CBD, whatever the fuck, yeah, why not? Like, I'm sure, I mean, as one of the things that I love about the marijuana community is that shit, we have found ways to love our weed and still work and make and get paid for it. You know what I mean? So that's the main shit that I like. I love being able to push that message, because that's what it really is. We know the industry is big. We know the industry is growing. You know what I mean? And no matter who is governing it, whether it's government or the plug, we love that it exists. We love that it's still going. Hell yeah, especially the plug. Now, the funny shit I gotta share about this is that, so me and husband was talking, and I said to him, babe, have you because I don't know, like I ain't following you and stuff, but have you ever been to any of these legal shops? He was like, hell no. The fuck for? I go to the plug. And it's like, and it's like, and I get it, because it's like there's so many plugs. Like, really, in New York City, the I don't give a fuck about a license is definitely popular. So to even bother with going to a license shop and knowing that you're gonna be taxed, and knowing that the prices are a little higher, and and this is ain't nobody going give you a little gift. They don't really give you gifts at the the license shop. So it was like he has no interest in that fuck shit. But of course, I've been to a couple. You know what I'm saying? He has no interest in that fuck shit. So recently on the news, they and I've seen it on social media, they're talking about how the illegal shops are now sprinkling fentanyl and cocaine on weed. Now I asked my husband, I said, so did you see these reports? Like, what do you think about that? He was like, man, listen, they probably just saying that shit just to get you to not buy from the plug. I was like, yeah, you right. Yeah, you right. I follow your lead.
Right. All that fucking propaganda shit.
I mean, at the end of the day, it could be true. It could be true, but at the same time, I also feel like it could be a propaganda story or against the plug, because they know, especially in New York City. I don't know about any other state, but in New York City, the plug is winning. The plug is making way more money. The plug stays popping up in places where you think they not gonna pop up. They just right there, ready. And the plug does not care about licensing. And you are not, and they're not paying taxes, because they never paid taxes before. And you know what I'm saying? And some of these plugs don't even have storefronts. Some of these plugs just have a little table and a chair in front of somebody's store. I'm just saying, the level of gone, just gone, just not, it never did it. It just no, no. So yes,
I can't
indeed,
wait
and I
to
gotta
do
respect it.
right, and I really can't wait to do a event at Positive Vibes. I'm speaking it into existence, and because
Yes.
I feel like I was supposed to, like, I didn't even push hard. Like, when I was out there and I had visited the store, and you're all like, this is the Positive Vibes. I don't know what the hell was going
Right.
on. I didn't mention shit. I just went in, bought the weed, walked right out.
You know what? Because I think in our mind, in our mind, we were just kind of focusing on what we were doing. So
Right.
it kind of just like came out of your mind. But the opportunity is definitely there. You see, just from social media alone, that what I mean, they're definitely event friendly. and you know, they doing all kind of shit. They even doing a model search, like yo, like they do a lot of different things. They have like artists who have like, you know, their work paint, you know, painted work, even some clothing that somebody, you know, kind of painted and has it, have them, you know, hanging there. I think they're selling them, not sure, but you know, they definitely are neighborhood friendly and art friendly, and they are not licensed. I could tell you right now that they are not licensed, but baby, business is going like nothing is happening. Like license who? License what? We got a store. It's called Positive Vibes Cannabis Club. We're a club. We throw events, and yes, we sell ganja. We throw
Right.
events. We also sell ganja. You know, and
You know
they you know, they do comedy shows. They do all kind of shit. You know what I mean? So the
right.
fact is that, you know, working with them and having uh 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 uh, uh our first time, like if that's going to be our first live show, that would be like that would be a great environment to have it at. Never mind to even include somebody like somebody like Nikki Nicole, because I had her massage and she has the gadgets. Never mind the fact that she, you know, she actually gives you a great massage. So the store is big enough for us to, you know, do our show, her to have her shit, and you know what I'm saying, and business will be still going on, because of course people gonna be walking in like, what's this? I just came in here to buy weed. What's going on? What's going on? Because that was what was happening during her event. Like there were people, you know, obviously there for, you know, the massage, but there were people but again, business was going on. So there were people that would walk in and be like, oh, what's this? Oh, nah, I just came to buy weed. But what's going on here? Massages. Word, I ain't know. God damn. But no, I came in here to buy weed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a definitely great environment. And I'm sure you've seen that just based on, you know, their Instagram posts.
And hey, you know, it's so dope because we already have, like, let's say that we teamed up with like Wolf Stoner. I mean, yeah, Wolf, right?
Yeah,
Wolf City, which we've already had on here.
right,
Daryl, you know, and High and Happy, right? We teamed up with
right,
them alone. Boom. Like it's a done deal. Like, hey, while this is going on, this is the event that we had and we want to push it. So I'm just trying to get my shit together so that I know like exactly what I can bring to the table with that. But that would be
right,
ideal because it just encompasses so much, including the music aspect of it, including selling
right,
of the merch and your product, you know, like
right.
whatever we want to do. And most of the motherfuckers we work with on here are in New York. Even the, you know,
Exactly.
we already got a DJ,
Exactly.
you know.
And I'm sure a lot of them shop there. Like like matter of fact, Cohen Cool, I know for a fact he goes to Positive Vibes on a regular basis.
Awesome. I love him so much. I want to have him on the show too. He and his
Hmm.
co-host, their partner. Oh my
Right.
goodness. Oh my
Definitely. I mean,
goodness. So
that's the one thing I like, that we're oh, excuse me. We're living up to the name of legendary content. Like we're definitely bringing it to the table. Thanks to you, because you definitely brought shit. Even the dude you said was with Big Daddy Kane. I was like, wait, god damn, wait a minute. Let me find out we got rap legends. Okay,
hello.
yes, that's
Yes.
right. And the fact that we still have like, you know, 6 spaces that we haven't technically filled in our season, that is opportunity right there to you know what I'm saying, to do again live shows. Again, we could stick in whatever we do at, you know, CWCB in there, you know what I mean, whoever we meet that's new, you know what I mean, anything we could definitely work out in that six episodes, where definitely we live up to that name of legendary content. And of course, as you see, I know you noticed that as that in the shorts, because that's really I think that's one of the keys to generate subscribers. At least that's been working for me and my channel, is to doing little shorts and whatnot. And what I did for the last video I posted, well, before I posted the video of a homeboy in the book bothering me, I actually posted a video that I pulled from Facebook, where I just literally typed "we videos," and that was where I got the video of your man talking about how, is that, he's too old for weed to be legal, because even though he knows that he could get it in the store, he got a guy, so he don't even trust the stores. And that has been getting views, and literally doing posting shorts definitely is a way to get people to at least reach out to more people as far as content, because we already know based on stats people are watching. People are fucking watching. They just too scared, or don't want somebody to know that they've been watching us. But we know you watching, fam. We know you watching, fam. But the fact is that you're helping us by watching, but you're also hurting us by not hitting the motherfucking subscribe button. And so the way to trick YouTube and trick the algorithm into getting people to see us and therefore wanting the subscribe button is through shorts, because that's what I did with what I've been doing with my channel. Just stealing clips here and there, making a comment on it, and posting it as a short, and literally the views is at least the views and the subscriptions are coming up. So that's going to be our concentration. But at the same time, I feel like little by little we're going to get unscared motherfuckers to hit that subscribe button. We're going to get to, there's going to be a lot more of people, especially as they dive into our content and we are bringing it to every Sunday. They're going to be more, it's going to be a lot of unscared people to hit that subscribe button, and that's what we get into. We get into them people. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, we getting bigger. Slow steps is steps, and we damn sure taking slow steps. So shit, come on down, hit that button if you. But if but keep watching, I guess, share it with your friends, because we know you sharing it. We know you watching. We watching the stats. We know you watching, fam. But whatever.
You guys watch us, so you might as well just help us both out, and we appreciate the views anyway.
Right.
All
right. You know what I'm saying? And the main way to subscribe, the main way to help us is to buy our merch, buy our fucking wraps. You know what I'm saying? Shit, even if you don't want to hit the subscribe button, you could definitely support by doing that. And shit, if you feel free, just to hit a donation, just drop some in the Cash App. We like Cash App donations. We damn sure appreciate those.
Come on, man.
What's up?
Go ahead and do it, babies.
Absolutely. But Rue, I wanted to ask you. So what is actually going on with your music? Like, what we doing? Do we have music on Spotify? Or are we working on tracks right now? What we doing?
Good question. As far as music goes, though, I'm working on some new stuff. The church, so studio time can be expensive, and but the church that I go to, shout out to Celebration Tabernacle, one of their pastors there is he's like an amazing producer. Let's just say he's just super humble about it, and he's offered to let me record there for free. And then it's in turn, I volunteer, around the church where I can, but I'm really grateful for that. So I do have, there's a Papoose, shout out Papoose and the whole family. It's called, he did this track with Lil Wayne, and then they remixed it with like Remy, Busta, and like a bunch of other people. Awesome. And so I just did a remix to that, and I feel like I need to definitely do more music, but I need to also work on my stage presence because I really love to perform. But if I really love to perform, I need to work on that, and I can't just be like
Right.
standing there type shit, you know. But that's why
Right.
I'm trying to like. I like scaring myself. I like just pushing myself sometimes because I feel like if I don't do that, I just won't ever do shit. I'll just like be like, oh, I wonder. So I want to definitely perform in New York. I want to give you guys what I got, show y'all what Rue the Gypsy is capable of.
Yo, and no, and not for nothing. I think, the way you say it, like you say, scaring yourself. I think that's what you gonna have to do. Like, you're gonna have to, like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I like, from somebody, outside looking in, looking at you, I wouldn't expect bars. You feel me? So you gotta,
Right.
so automatically once you hit somebody by the third or fourth bar, and you got them looking at you like, that is what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it. And guess what? Because we got technology on our side, you can fucking practice with your fucking phone. Like, you could
Or
practice, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, in the bathroom and shit, you know what I'm saying, or just, it can't, you know what I mean, and just, start working out those kinks, or those fears, if you know what I mean, so that you are, are able to, perform and definitely give the best show. But at the same time, like, once you on that stage, that's the first thing you should be thinking about, is like, yeah, I'm about to scare these motherfuckers because they looking at me and not thinking that they about to hear some serious fire. And then when I give them the fire, I want them to be sitting there like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to get, like, that ass. Like, that's your weapon. Like, that ass, that is your weapon. Like, you know what I'm saying? They need to not expect it. And then when they get it, they got to be like, what the entire fuck? I did not know I was ready for this. I wasn't ready for this. What the fuck? Did she just, yeah, exactly. Like, that's the and you know what I mean? So, while you working on new music, that's what you got to do. And thank goodness for technology. Like, you could fucking, you know what I'm saying, record yourself, delete that shit, you know what I'm saying, edit your own little shit if necessary, you know what I'm saying, and just, clip together how you want to sound, how you want to look, and just you give yourself your own critique, like, dead ass. But once you on that stage, that's what your whole mindset should be like. Yeah, I'm about to scare the motherfuckers. I'm about to scare every fucking body sitting in front of here,
wow.
because all of these people are not expecting it. You know what I'm saying? You
And,
just walking on there like, hi, and
but
then
you know
next thing you
what?
grab that mic and
Uh,
snap, and it's like,
that's right.
oh, wait a minute. We didn't know. We didn't know. Hold on. Exactly. You know what
I
I mean?
have
Because
a
especially with a New York crowd, I can tell you, like, with a New York crowd, that's what you're going to need. Like, dead ass, in order to impress everybody in front of you, that's exactly how you got to approach it. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because again, the fact is, you don't have the look that they're
They're
going to
used to.
expect to
Exactly.
them. And then once you give it to them, they're going to be scared as fuck. And that's exactly what yeah, it's exactly what the fuck you got to come with. Exactly. You know what I
And that's
mean?
what I love about it.
Word.
Like, it's just like a white boy rapper that just has like hella bars. I love being the kind of the
Even
standout.
exactly. Exactly.
With
Especially, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, if because again, your whole look gives, it gives aloha. It definitely gives, comfort.
mom,
Just
approval
hi.
mom.
Yes, great. Like everything is great. How are you? You know what I mean? Like it, you know what I'm saying? And people are gonna, and especially a New York audience is gonna be like, wait, what's going on here? What level of, she looks a little Puerto Rican or Dominican, but she don't sound Puerto Rican or Dominican. What's about to happen? And then as soon as you drop that beat and give it to them, then they go, oh, okay. Okay, she could stay. She could stay. She could stay.
Ideally, that's what I would love to happen.
Because
But you know what? If I had my way, Queen, I would have a full-on band, bass,
but I believe you
drums.
could work on that shit though.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
absolutely.
I believe that you can do that. Like I already feel like you already got it. You just gotta know how to flip the weapon. You got the weapon in your hand. You just gotta know how to,
Thanks, Mom.
which way you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Thank you. Man, it doesn't cost nothing but to give somebody words of encouragement. And like honestly, like I feel like in my circle, in my immediate circle here, I feel like I'm the one that's like bigging up all the time and which is great. But it's like sometimes it's good to be reminded, like, girl, you got your shit to do too. Go ahead and do it. Do it well though. Don't suck.
Exactly. And that's why, and that's what that, because literally, as I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about, in this episode, of course, talk about what we doing, in general as far as the podcast, but of course, talk about, what we doing individually, and you know what I'm saying. And I know your music is important, you know what I'm saying,
Oh, yeah.
and and if and if you have, I think if that's the problem, as far as your performance or performing with people, you know what I mean, I figure, you definitely got plenty of time. You already mentioned you got places in your neighborhood you can go to, so you got plenty of time to practice with them and practice by yourself, you know what I'm saying, because that way you know how to handle whether it's 2 people in the audience or 50 people in the audience, because
Right.
best believe it's a variety. It's a variety like that, you know what I mean, and that way you know what I mean, you know how to, you know exactly what to do to present yourself, because again, your look automatically is not given rapper, you know what I mean, it's not given
Right.
rapper, so
It's giving cookies.
so that is giving, yes, I got cookies in my bag, and yes, I smoke weed. I absolutely, of course, I'm here. You know, I smoke weed. Hello, but the point is, I got a couple of cookies in my bag. I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share. Yes, yes, I'm about to. I'm about to go on a mic and spit some fire. But if you need a cookie, please ask me for one, because I got them. I ain't charging for them cookies now. You know what I mean? And again, that's a way to warm yourself up, warm yourself into, get into the audience mode. And then as you grab that mic, just be like, you not only are you gonna scare yourself, you're trying to scare the fuck out of them and giving it to them. And again, you know what I'm saying, whether, you know what I'm saying, whether the bars hit or not, it's all about you having confidence in that moment, and that you know what the fuck, that you know what you're doing, and your confidence in yourself, and you gonna show these motherfuckers that you came to bring it.
That's
You
right.
damn sure gotta show motherfuckers you came to bring it. You know what I mean? And that's with anything. That's with anything. Like even with us, like when we do this, we come to bring it, and we damn sure, you know what I'm saying, and hold our own when it comes to talking to people. And that's why I love about, when you do the times with intellectual, and what's his name,
Three.
yeah, right, exactly. So that shit, you know what I'm saying, you definitely get into different conversations and shit, and at the end of the day, you're there to represent yourself as a musician, but also represent this podcast. And it's like, it's all about, look, I like, you got your opinion, I got mine, but there's no way that you gonna motherfucking use your opinion to overthrow mine or blanket mine like that shit don't exist, motherfucker. No, no, no. Let's be clear. I have a stance. I'm here to deliver my stance, and fuck you if you don't like it. I'm just saying.
You know
Fuck
what?
you.
And I feel like anybody who has anything bad to say about podcasting, really, they can get a thumbs up. I mean, not a thumbs up, but a middle finger for me, because I feel like people wouldn't even listen to my shit if it wasn't for podcasting, honestly. You feel me?
Man, see, the funny shit is that I think that it's funny for people to say that, or all of a sudden everybody wants to do a podcast. No, it's not even as all of a sudden. It's that the fact is that I have a voice too, motherfucker, and I want it to be I want it to be heard based on the subjects that I like to talk about. And the bottom line is that one of the things that me and you found out by having this podcast is that there are a lot of women, there are a lot of men, there are a lot of grown ass people that are definitely are parents out here, definitely are handling their lives and going to plantations and working on whatever they create, if they involved in creating shit, and they partake in marijuana, and they have gone through shit, and so it definitely would absolutely enjoy a space where they could come and talk about that, or a space where they could talk about the business that they are involved in, whether it's involved in marijuana or not, definitely to promote that, you know what I mean, and to even advice on living this life, because at the end of the day, we definitely has seen it from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? We've talked to people that have grown kids. We talk to people that have little kids. We talk to people that have no kids, that don't want kids or do want kids. Either way, but at the end of the day, this space became a space where they could come and they could talk about whatever's going on in their situation, and if it involved weed or it don't involve weed, either way, they definitely brought it to us to discuss whatever's going on with them, and to open their audience to who, and to even talk about themselves, and open the audience to show them who they are, because that's another thing too that is involved with being on social media and doing this podcasting. You leaving something digitally that other motherfuckers could watch wherever the fuck they at, and see that you had a life, you had an opinion, you created a product, and somebody put you on somebody's a vision, so that other people could see it. Like that's one of the things that we do this for. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. That's one of the things the podcasters do this for, because we also have a voice, and we also want our opinion to be represented. And while whatever you podcasting for might represent my opinion, but maybe I have a different opinion, and I want to share it. So that's why I'm here, and the people that have subscribe to what we listen to, what we've talked about, definitely are on our level, definitely have thought like how we think, and definitely want to see this platform actually be available to come on and discuss whatever is going on with them,
and flourish,
you know what I mean? So
grow and help.
You can't just say, oh, not everybody want to do it. No, this is part of fucking connecting with people digitally, so that all voices are heard. Your voice and mine too, motherfucker. Okay. The fuck,
man.
real fucking talk.
And then the fact of like, I'm kind of terrified. Well, not terrified. It's more like I'm like on my I feel like constantly on my toes, because I have a grandchild coming, and it's like
Man.
I don't fake love people. Like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You know, and so if I'm gonna call a
Right.
motherfucker my son, you're my son. That doesn't mean it ends when I break up with your whatever. So it's like
Right.
father, it's like I told him, I said, man, you know, I want to be a part of the baby's life, you know, please allow me
Yeah.
to. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like there's just such a more, it's a more deeper level for me because I do a lot of childlike things. I'm not childish, but I do childlike things.
Right.
Sometimes I
Right.
fuck shit off and I'm just like in La La Land and I just like to play at the park like a kid, honestly. But
Right.
it's like, you know, but shit, you know, so like I'm still an intellectual, I'm still a woman, but it's like I'm allowing all these parts of me. And now that I'm allowing these things, I feel like these dudes are showing up out of the woodworks, girl. Like seriously, like I said in the other, showing up out of
Right.
the woodwork.
Yes.
And it even new guys. And so, okay, let's just say this. Someone professed their love to me. Let's just say he was a homeboy and
Uh-huh.
he told me that he would just love to be with me type shit. And this was my thing. I already love this dude, but it's not like we need to be in a relationship now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
because it's like he's very much like me in a sense, and it's like I don't want to ruin our friendship. He'll always have me on that. And hey, if you in town and you want to do the damn thing, you got that. There's no questions. We don't need to complicate this. But
Right.
I feel like sometimes dudes like they don't know what they're asking for. When you say that you want a really independent woman that don't need your ass, and furthermore she's a single mother who is holding it down, I don't know how much she cares to entertain you unless you can substantially bless her life in ways that she can't at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's what
Exactly.
I
Like
mean.
you gotta
Like,
come and change things around in my situation for me to even take you seriously. Right.
you know, and this was not New York. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
This was not him. This was another. Oh yeah, I told you it was like someone that, like, I probably shouldn't even be talking to like that. Honestly, to be honest
Mm.
with you, but it was like, oh my gosh, wait, when did you start loving a bitch? Like when?
And, and what the hell did I do that have made you figure this shit out now?
Well,
And what
what?
am I supposed to do with that? It sounds like the questions you're asking.
Yeah, and you know what? In his defense, okay, I feel like there was this like we were just trying to be respectful of each other because we had situations
Mhm.
at the time, and like I said, we were
Right.
friends, so it was like it's not an ideal, anyways. It's not an ideal situation, but we felt the tension. We was trying to, and now it's like because we know each other so well, like so well.
Hmm.
um like it's kind of too well, you know what I'm saying? Like when when like you grow up with somebody and you know the bitches that they ran through and all the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of,
Right.
it's that type of thing where it's like, okay, I'm not faulting you because I do the same shit, but it's like, do I want somebody that's just like me?
Right. No, but Ruby, at the same time, you also got to say to yourself, when when you do meet that, like, let's say you meet somebody that you really want to get into with something with them,
Mhm.
and let's say they don't have such a past like yours, and you dead ass. I mean, that would be if you actually confess to some shit, because I would recommend you keep your fucking mouth shut. But what I'm
Right.
saying is, if you confess, if you feel like
Stay ready.
confession is the way to start this, and you tell him about this, that, it's other, and his little brother, and he ain't, and then you would expect him to forgive you, and then just act like that ain't nothing. But that only would be if you dead ass confess. You would have to decide to be very, very quiet, like, nah, bruh, you the only one. You what? Yes, I was a virgin before you, sir. What?
Right.
No, don't worry about how these kids came. Don't worry about them. I adopted all of these kids, even though they look like me. I adopted them. I adopted them. They didn't come from my pum pum. No.
I have what's
you know
that
what I'm
friendly
saying?
pussy, like Mom said.
I mean, at the end of the day, we gotta say to ourselves, first and foremost, fuck you. I'm not telling you my business. This is not no. I don't give a fuck. This. There's certain things that I'm taking to my grave. I'm upset. Fuck it. I don't care what kind of love you bring to my table. I don't know how many houses you gonna buy. You buy me car, you buy me Birkin bag and all kind of thing. I still not telling you my business. No, is no. I can't do this.
I need to feel
and
safe.
at the same time, I don't want. At the same time, I don't. But I feel what you're saying, because I don't want to know your business. Like you saying, like you actually, because you and him were friends, you know what type of thing he done stuck his thing into, and you kind of looking at him a little judgmental, like, nah, I don't necessarily want to. I don't want you to know my business, and I definitely don't want to know your business. Like, let's just pretend we were virgins before each other. Let's just
it gets deeper.
We don't know how we learned how to suck dick. We don't know that.
It gets deeper than that, because it's not even limited to sexual nature, because sexual nature for me, it's like, I'm never going to worry about someone's body count. Let's just be real about that. Or who's that, not so much that, but it's like, I know about his mental health issues. I know about the deep-seated issues that he has within himself that has transpired his own situations in his own life. It's like, so it's like, baby, I love you too, but I don't love the idea of us being together.
I don't love you like that to be dealing with that type of fuckery. No, you right.
Because I want to stay loving you. I don't want to hate you.
I don't want to hate you because you're gonna try to. Because you're gonna try that bullshit with me, and you're gonna find out that I ain't the one, the two, or the three. No, you're gonna try that bullshit with me, and you're gonna find out that I ain't the one, two, or the three. That's a rhyme. I ain't really tried the rhyme, but you know what I'm saying.
But then,
like, girl, nah.
And then in the same breath, right? I also know what makes him so amazing as a person. Like what is so fat. Like, when you see somebody fully, you see their challenges, and then you see what makes them like golden. So it's like, what he has, I definitely would love in a man. I do. But it's like I don't feel like a relationship right now is the answer for me at all. At all. Unless someone's like, oh my goodness, I need to, just I want to make sure that you're safe, or like, they make me feel completely safe. I'm talking trust funds. I'm talking life insurance policies and deeds.
And deeds, of course.
Unless we're not talking that talk, then there's nothing that they can offer me that this lady just can't get. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, I really am glad to be feeling this, because I used to just jump into shit because I felt like motherfuckers just had to like me, and then it was over with. Ugh.
No, because now we're grown ass women, and we gotta have priorities, and it's and yeah, I mean, yes, for some women, yes, I totally agree that for some women, it definitely, or not even just some women, because even men do it too with women, and men do it with men. Like, for some people, you know what I'm saying, it's about the finances and whatever that person can bring to the table, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You focused on that shit, like that. But for regular motherfuckers, it's about how I feel about myself, and how you and what you gonna bring to the table that you can, that either you can make my life better, or you can, or we can, build on something so that we both working to get to make our lives better. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a woman trying to use a man, or some, you know what I'm saying, some some trick shit. You know what I mean? It's about both of y'all putting 50-50 to make 100. You know what I mean? And the 50 that he putting is gotta be as valuable as the 50 that you put. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
And you know
therefore,
what?
it's a good, it's a good situation, mentally, spiritually, and I'm not talking about the 50 just being financial. I'm talking about the 50 is between everything that, you know what I'm saying, mentally, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, physically, all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not
If
just monetary.
if both of y'all coming with the 50s that y'all need to put together to make that 100 in order to build more on that, that's
Real
how
talk.
that should be. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
And it shouldn't be looked at as as some hoe shit. You know what I mean? It can be some hoe shit, because best believe on a rich level, that's what a lot of bitches is doing. I mean, shit. That's what a lot of bitches, a lot of females, a lot of dudes is doing. It's about, you know what I'm saying, it's about cars and this and that and the other. But at this level, at regular fucking people level, it's about you both of y'all 50s coming together to make that 100 in order to fucking build on top of that shit. You know what I mean? So
And you
that,
know what? I
and
feel
so
like
you're, you the level where you like, nah, I got my 50 right here, and until somebody come through with a 50 that could cover that,
right.
I ain't got time. I don't have time for
Right.
this.
And actually, I shouldn't even limit it to monetary or like anything else. Just an example using those physical things. But somebody that I really am
Oh yeah,
interested
definitely. That's why I
in,
said
right,
it's not just monetary.
right.
That's why I said it's not just
It's
monetary. It's
right.
definitely filling in every gap, because again, when you get together with somebody, you're not just getting together with them financially. You getting together with them spiritually, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Physically. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta, and y'all gotta fill each other's, fill each other's gaps with what you come into the table in order for y'all to mesh well and continue and build and grow. You
You
know what I'm
know,
saying? It can't be 60-40. It can't be 60-40, because as soon as it's 60-40, that shit is not going to work. I know that from personal fucking experience. 60-40, 75 and 25, none of them relationships work. No.
hey,
None
unless
of
it's
them
100,
fucking
100 or
relationships work.
whatever.
No matter what it is, whether it's monetary, physically, none of that. It's got to be 50-50. It's got to
Right.
be.
And you know what? Somebody who's really catching my eye has nothing to do with monetary. He has nothing to do with even like interests that I like. He doesn't even make music. He's like, but the reason why I feel like I like him so much is because he's just so different from how I am. You know what I mean? And he's seen me on like some of
Mhm.
my on like my darkest day out here, when shit was like really hitting the fan, and he was just like
Word,
a friend. He's never trying to get up in my pants or nothing. He truly
word.
loves my children. He has like his own relationship with my children because of the
Mhm.
organization. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
right
yeah.
there means a lot. And I think that's more attractive than anything, but it's a two-way street. And just because I feel this way doesn't mean that it's automatically just going to happen.
Right, right. But and if it was, bigger than that way, you know what I'm saying? And it could be. You never know. It could be leading to that, but the fact is, because he's so different, he might be doing it in a different way. He doing it with, in a slow way. He see that, you need time in order to love yourself and know yourself, and be
Really.
comfortable to a point where none of this outside bullshit be fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He could be seriously just taking his motherfucking time because that's
Right.
what the type of motherfucker that he is.
He
You know what I'm
is.
saying? He ain't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's another thing you got to consider. You know what I mean? You definitely got to consider that the right dude is doing it the right way rather than, you know what I'm saying, trying to be,
Right.
you know, trying to be some kind of, one and done. He trying to stick around. So sticking around means, getting to know you, getting to know the kids, you know what I'm saying? Say be there and be there on a total, just non-sexual way in order
Right.
to learn everything about you before he gets to know that part. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong
Oh,
with that.
girl.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It
Girl,
gets
when I
me
tell you
so.
that shit, I mean, let's be honest, that shit don't
Girl.
exist. That shit don't exist. And so in this
Girl.
society, it's about what do they promote on social media? They promote you meet a nigga through a DM, he talk to you, he buy you a plane ticket to fly you to his state, and as soon as you get to wherever the fuck he at, you're supposed to be fucking and sucking immediately as soon as you get off the plane. Like that's what's being promoted in social media. Like that's how relationships start apparently on social media.
I'm
Like, you know
telling
what I
you,
mean?
dude.
It ain't the slow get to know, trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, and be, be and develop a history with a person no more. It ain't, and that shit ain't promoted on social media. That shit don't exist according to these little rascals running around here.
Oh
Shit.
my
You know what I'm
goodness.
saying?
You
According
know,
to these little rascals, shit, none of that shit exists. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
so
you
straight
never
on
know.
all
He
that.
might be trying to bring that back.
He might try to
He
what?
might be trying to bring that shit back for real, for real.
No, I mean,
He
I
might
get
be
a lot of
trying to bring
vibes
that shit back. You know what I mean?
too. We'll see. Time will tell, man. But I'm telling you, like, I
Sure.
don't necessarily want to deal with
And then at
people
the
that.
same time, you're not sitting around waiting for that.
Oh,
You
no.
basically taking care of yourself, getting to know yourself, taking care of your situation. So when when that when the right person roll around, you already got mash shit handled. So all you literally doing is sitting at your table with your shit handled in behind you. Like, what the fuck can you do for me? Please tell me, because I'm already
Besides,
doing
eat it
everything
from the
for
back.
my motherfucking self.
Besides, eat it from the back, because
So
I can't do that for myself either.
I'm just I'm just saying, like let we must build because that's all I have time for.
Thank you.
Just saying, that's all I have time
And
for.
with love
Building,
too, with
not
love.
fuckery, not waste of space, not waste of time.
No,
Building.
but
You got time for that? No? Well then, I think you need to go before security pick you the fuck up. No, because security soon pick you up. No, security. The
you know what's been really attractive too is like tomboy butchy type, like but pretty. Like I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? But just really pretty,
you
but
know,
yeah.
no, I get it because I think matter of fact, today while I was doing laundry, there was one doing laundry at the same time. A girl that looked just like how you described. She looked very butch. She had locks, but she had her
Oof,
side shaved and all of this.
oof,
And I think I bumped into her by accident, and she kind of did the humble "I'm sorry," and I was just like, oh. Okay, so you one of the quiet, but very very quiet girls, but you probably eat it down like it's
yeah.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Now to the
I'm just saying,
bone.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I
No,
can tell because you're very quiet and humble about it. You know what I'm saying? I can tell.
yeah,
So that's who you talking about. Yes,
serviceable.
yes, indeed.
And I
Yeah,
I
I mean,
love feeling like a
shit,
dainty
and
flower sometimes. You feel me?
You know what? You know what? Of course, you know, when we get the money, where we can be able to fly anywhere and do whatever the fuck we want. That'll be one day. But one of the things I think that you definitely would be, it would be cool for you to experience, would be the gay parade here in New York City. Cause
Okay.
girl, the girl, you get to see everybody. Like that's like literally, honestly, like the whole month of June. Like honestly, like in New York, of course you see gay people all the time, but I feel like in the month of June, that's when everybody that's gay decide to show up and show out. Like everybody that is gay, be ready. Like,
In
no,
some way.
this is our month. Excuse. Like, excuse. We coming out. This is our month. This is like, because for real, like on the trains, you'll see way more. You'll see way more representation. That's when, you know, all the companies, you know, they start to pander to the LGBTQ, so they throw up their flags, you know, with the company logo on it. You know, that's how they do, and you'll see all of that. And when I tell you, the day of the parade, that is the day from the morning to Sunday night, when the clubs are like banging down all kind of house music. Trust me, the level,
Good.
you really get to understand the level of gay that lives in New York City. Like, you know what I'm saying? And for my LGBTQ listeners, this is not me hating, because baby, I love that parade. I've been plenty of times because it is a good time. You did, before weed was legal, those were the times where you could actually walk down the street and smoke weed with other, you know, naked and gay people, and the cops would not stop you and not bother you or arrest you. Those were good days. So I love, so before weed was legal, those were one day, that was one day I could enjoy walking down the street smoking weed and not worry about nothing. Now that it's legal,
Can we talk freely, like
listen,
1000%, or are there people?
no, there's not people around, but you do know this is recorded, and people do watch. So how far are we trying to go, girl? I'm just saying,
Well,
because
what I
I'm
was gonna say is, one of my trips to New York,
telling.
let me just put it this way. One of my trips to New York, we had gotten I had bought weed from an individual, and that individual had,
You got something on your lip. What's
oh my
that?
bad. I think it's a weed particle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, go
But
ahead.
I feel, oh, it was the blunt particle. I feel like
Yeah.
there was this person that I bought weed on one of my trips from New York. Let's just say that. I'll let you put
Uh-huh.
two and two together. And I feel I had a thought, like just a quick fantasy of him eating my ass the other day.
Oh. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I feel you.
But I'll let you guess. Just remember,
Man, listen.
we bought weed.
Oh no, I'm already guessing. I'm already guessing, like, wait a minute. Okay. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
But
not the,
again, that's
yeah.
the kind of but again, that's the kind of environment that you will be, you know, that really exists at the parades. You know what I'm saying? Because of course I went to the one in Seattle. That shit was corny as hell. But the New York ones, I mean, everybody come out. The transgenders come out. And when I tell you they look like, yo, they step out dressed to the T, like, and you looking at them like, God damn, you definitely prettier than me. No, what? Why should I not say that you prettier than me when you are? The fuck? Because I'm looking up, because 9 times out of 10 I would be looking up at them, like, because they were tall. Like, yeah, you are
They be
fucking
bad, yeah.
Lord.
They be
Excuse
bad.
me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That day is the day when you really get to see how gay New York can get, and and really be involved in the festivities and shit, and really be meeting people, because dead ass. Like you see how on the episode with when normal convos pod, where you was
Mhm.
talking about at the end, where we were talking about pegging. Yo,
Yeah.
I actually met a dude who dead ass was like, yo, if I'm in a relationship with a girl, she gotta be comfortable with fucking me in the ass. And I went,
Ooh.
yo, and so literally, and so literally, when he asked
Mhm.
you if you ever met a dude that you pegged, that you didn't think would be into it, and you was like, hell yeah. It's like I dead ass was thinking back, like, yo, I remember meeting a dude that ass said to me, like, if he's in a relationship with a girl, she gotta be comfortable with doing that to him. Like, it, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit exists. Like, of course, all three of them was like, nah, nah, nah. You saw how all three of them was equally like, nah, 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 fuck that, nah, we ain't into that bullshit. But of course, one of them, right before we finished, he was like, yo, have you actually pegged the dude that you didn't think would be into it? He and what you said, you was like, hell yeah, motherfucker, because
It ain't gonna be the
again,
last.
you because this shit exists. This shit exists.
And
This
that's why
shit
you can't judge
definitely
anybody
exists.
by
I
their
damn
cover.
sure.
Yeah. Y'all don't know this, but as
That,
nasty as
that
I
that's
am,
that's the
I
whole that's the whole DL life. Let's be real. That's the whole avenue to DL life. Let me find out. DL don't exist. DL damn sure exists, because they damn sure shit.
and as long as we're not hurting innocent people, you can do what you want. Like if somebody was like, you know what, I just want you to slap me in the face. Cool. They asked you for it. If
And,
you
and
need
at the end
to,
of the day, if you don't tell nobody that you into it, and you only sharing that information with you and the partner that's doing it, what the, like, what's the problem?
I mean, it's called
What's the
consent.
problem?
And if you need like a safe word, then have establish that. That's a responsible way to work it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you need your partner to not tell people, first of all, my thing is this, shit. But then again, we are talking about grown people. We're not talking about children that's ready to, drop down on people on social media. We talking about how grown people would approach it. Grown person would approach it as, I like this. You are doing this for me because I like it, and therefore that information should be between me and you, unless you tell one of your friends that I'm into, or unless you tell one of your friends or something. And but even then, like that should be a conversation where it shouldn't be used as some kind of, you know what I mean, like you using it against me, or
Well,
using it to make fun of me or some fuck shit like that, like you want to
yeah.
call me out for some fuck shit, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, Queen. I had said something. I had said this specifically. I said I would never want to have a threesome with two guys. That's what I said. However, when I actually did,
Right.
it was the most incredible thing ever. It was like I wouldn't have even got mad if they was like doing it to each other. It was that good, honestly, because it wasn't about sexuality. It was about heat. It was about passion. It was about expression. It was about vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Right.
it blew my mind because I felt like people, including myself, we tend to like put parameters on ourselves and on our sexuality. Like, oh no, 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 no. How the fuck do you know? You ain't even tried it. You don't even know how it feels. You can say, make that's probably not something I want to dive into, but you cannot
Right.
say no, I would never want to do that. I don't want to feel that. Hey, whatever's. But it's like saying you don't like chocolate pudding and you've never even had it.
Right, definitely. But again, we already know, first of all. Even, I mean, yes, while I've seen, there's definitely been a growth of, men having, real conversations and shit like that, and real, having podcasts where, I'm saying, they talk real shit. We already know it's only certain men that are going to go as far as to talk about what certain things they're willing to do sexually, especially when it comes to like toys and shit like that. Like, let's be honest. Like, I feel like, what I'm saying, and shit, you could you could feel how you want it, but at the same time, it has to be a man that's completely fucking comfortable, and most heterosexual men, especially when they they in front of public or being recorded or anything, they go deny, but because if they do say, what I'm saying, because 9 times out of 10, if they do say something, they scared that somebody's sitting around going to jump in the comments and judge them and call them this, that, and the other, and this little brother. Like, literally, it's all, what I mean, all of a sudden you're not a man because what I'm
Well,
saying,
girl,
you like getting you like you like somebody putting their tongue in your ass. You know what I'm saying? All of a
well,
sudden, but the bottom line is, like you said, just in that whole fucking section at the end of the episode, where literally you started talking as soon as you said pegging, everybody was like, no, 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 no. But then here come the follow-up question. So wait a minute. Have you pegged somebody that didn't? Yeah, nigga, I damn sure have. I absolutely have. You want me to tell you what it's like? It sounds like you want to know what it's like. I'm not really judging. It kind of sounds like you want to know what it's like. I'm just saying, again, the reason why DL niggas exists because somehow they found out, somehow they wanted to find out, and they don't want to tell, and they're not ready to tell people that they have found out about certain pleasures. Okay,
I'm
they
gonna tell
have
you this,
found out.
Queen. I'm gonna tell you this for sure. Several guys, I would say more than like 4 guys, have told me that they think about being with men or that they would try it. Now,
Mm,
a couple of these motherfuckers are married to women. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
mm.
see, that's the thing. It's like I was kind of kidding to myself, like, damn, are they telling you this because they think you a dude on the down low or something?
Or they telling you because they feel like they can be comfortable enough to share
Well,
that with
it's
you.
clearly that part.
Because obviously, in order, the deal dudes have to share with somebody in order to let those, they shared it with somebody. If they ain't share it with the dude that they fucking, they share it with some female. Somehow somebody know that's what you into. And the bottom line is the person because you still DL, that means that the person that you told, for a fact they not finna repeat it to nobody,
Oh no,
and use it against you. You
hell
know
no.
that for a fact.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
love
that's
it.
what it is.
I just wish that they were more open about it in their own personal lives for themselves, not for anything else. But that's their own
Right.
journey, and that's the thing. It's like I'm never gonna fault somebody as long as you are not fucking with I would say innocent creatures. Then go for it. You know what I'm saying? Do the damn thing. Just be
Basically.
smart. That's it.
And at the end of the day, it's your life to live, fam. I mean, you don't gotta confess everything. it's again, you going into a relationship, or if you're in a relationship with somebody like you, like you know, or you married and whatever is going on with you, if they ask you questions about your past and you don't want to share that, you feel free to make up a fucking lie. Feel free to say, you know what I'm saying, whatever you go, whatever you need to say to
Don't lie
get
to
your ass
yourself.
out of the situation. Say it, you know what I'm saying? Say it. But at the end of the day, you don't have to share information like that. If you were with, if you had a threesome, you experienced it with this, that, you don't gotta share that shit. You don't gotta share that shit. The only way you gotta share that shit is if you trying to live some sort of double life. Now that I don't agree with. I feel like if you currently fucking if you a man and you fucking another dude and you got a girlfriend or a wife, she should know that you got a dude. She should absolutely know that you got a dude. You know what I'm saying? But if like that was your past and you tried it to see what it was like, and at that point you liked it, but you trying to fuck with just, you know, this woman, then and you don't want to share that shit with her, I think you have the right to keep that to your motherfucking self. Fuck that. Because again, my whole thing is fuck you fuck. Why the fuck do you need to know my numbers? My numbers ain't got shit to do with our current relationship, especially if I plan to be in this relationship on you know, I plan to, like, we set rules for ourselves in this relationship, and I plan to follow them. That there's no reason for you to know who and what is in my past. Unless you walk past that nigga on a regular, like I'm saying, like if he was my like if one of my niggas in my past was my next door neighbor, you know, maybe I would, because I know you would want to know why he's really being extra by saying hi to me. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I definitely would tell you that, yes, next door neighbor. I don't know how he's our next door neighbor, but apparently, you know what I'm saying, I might share that. But other than that, I'm not giving you a rundown of what happened when I was 14, 17, 8. No, that's none of your motherfucking business.
Absolutely.
I didn't know you when I was 14, 17, or none of that bullshit. So none of that is none of your fucking business. The fuck? What? No. You know what I'm saying? So honey, I think we done did it like 2 hours.
We showed it.
We definitely have done almost 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Again, what's meant to be is meant to be, because this is needed, and this is what you like to see anyway. Even though you ain't clicking on the subscribe button though. But I'm saying though, tell the people anyway. Spread the word. Tell a friend. Support. Buy our raps. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I mean? Even if you don't hit the subscribe button, you can at least share the video.
Masturbate.
You know what I mean? And on that, we go ahead and say motherhood, sex, marijuana, and the motherfucking
building. Bye.
Love you, Queen. All right now.